A remote farm, 6 brutal murders, and signs the killer may have stayed behind after the crime. In this video, we investigate the Hinterkaifeck Murders.
Through skeletal trees, casting long, distorted shadows across the snow-dusted Bavarian farm. A half-open barn door creaks rhythmically, a haunting, off-key melody against the mournful howl of the wind. Within the impenetrable darkness of the farmstead, a flickering lantern light moves erratically, suggesting an unseen presence. The air is thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the wind's mournful howl, deepening the sense of dread. The isolated farm stands against the night, a chilling tableau of desolation and unseen terror. A single lantern casts an eerie glow, revealing the horrific aftermath within the barn's shadowy depths. 6 bodies lie sprawled, limbs twisted into grotesque, unnatural positions, a chilling tableau of death. The faces, once vibrant, are now devoid of life, their vacant stares reflecting the brutal efficiency of the attack. An unseen presence moves with chilling calm, a shadow weaving silently among the dead. The air hangs heavy with the scent of tragedy, the silence broken only by the whispers of unimaginable horror. Forensic teams, their faces grim, move through the farm, a tableau of death in the harsh daylight. Neighbors whisper, their expressions a chilling mix of horror and fear, their voices hushed by the tragedy. The once vibrant farm now lies desolate, its life drained away, leaving behind only the stark aftermath. An overhead shot reveals the farm's isolation, a tiny dot swallowed by vast, indifferent fields. In a police station, Detective Muller, a seasoned investigator, pores over a stack of glossy crime scene photos. His brow is deeply furrowed in concentration, his eyes scanning each image with meticulous intensity, revealing the grim reality. The stark images reveal no robbery, no struggle beyond the initial attack, baffling the detective. A lack of clear motive frustrates him, the absence of answers a palpable weight. He shakes his head slightly, a silent testament to his bewilderment and growing despair. 6 people. Why? He mutters, the question hanging heavy in the air, echoing the unresolved horror. A cold, clinical voice begins to narrate, setting a chilling tone. The camera slowly pans across the desolate, windswept landscape of the Hinterkaifeck farmstead. The nearest hamlet, Kaifeck, appears as a distant smudge on the horizon. This profound isolation of the remote Bavarian location is stark and unsettling. The vast, empty fields stretch out, their silence almost deafening. Hinterkaifeck was a small, remote farmstead in Bavaria, its isolation a silent character in the unfolding tragedy. A lone figure trudges along a dusty farm road, the only sound the rhythmic crunch of gravel underfoot. The sparse, uninviting landscape stretches endlessly, bleached under the pale, indifferent sun. This vast remoteness, once a sanctuary of privacy, now whispers of a hidden danger lurking beneath the surface. The unforgiving expanse, seemingly empty, became a fertile breeding ground for unseen threats. In a cozy farmhouse kitchen, the air is thick with the scent of baking bread and the warmth of a crackling fire. Andreas Gruber, his stern face softened by love, sits opposite Cecilia Gruber, a picture of quiet contentment. Their widowed daughter, Victoria Gabriel, moves with gentle purpose, tending to her children, Cecilia and Joseph. Maria Baumgartner hums a soft, tuneless melody as she works, a tableau of life, vibrant and unaware of shadows. In a sun-drenched flashback, Andreas meticulously mends a fence by the barn, his movements deliberate and practiced. Suddenly, his head snaps up, his gaze piercing the distant tree line of the surrounding forest. A subtle flicker of unease crosses his face, a silent acknowledgement of an unseen presence. His eyes dart, searching the dense woods for any sign, a growing tension etched into his features. The quiet rural scene is suddenly charged with an unspoken threat, breaking the peaceful facade. Andreas stands frozen, his posture tense, an unsettling premonition hanging in the still air. In a vast snow-covered field, a pristine white canvas stretches, untouched by man or beast. Andreas, bundled in a heavy coat, discovers a fresh set of footprints emerging from the dark forest. His brow furrows with confusion and concern as he begins to follow the mysterious trail. Each step he takes deepens the enigma of the tracks leading towards the farm. The footprints abruptly cease near the barn, as if the person had simply vanished into thin air. Andreas stands alone in the silence, the chilling mystery of the vanishing footsteps hanging heavy in the air. In a rustic farmhouse living room, the warm glow of an oil lamp casts long, dancing shadows, creating an intimate yet unsettling atmosphere. Andreas holds up a crisp, new Munich newspaper, its foreign headlines a stark contrast to the familiar surroundings. He presents the unreadable paper to Cecilia Gruber, her expression a mix of confusion and growing unease. Cecilia's brow furrows deeply as she shakes her head slowly, her gaze fixed on the unsettling foreign print. The unexpected presence of the newspaper adds a chilling layer of intrusion to the quiet, once peaceful room. Cecilia's voice, tinged with bewilderment, cuts through the silence. No one here bought this. In the farmhouse attic, Victoria Gabriel is startled by a faint, unnerving scraping sound directly above her. Her breath catches, her body rigid as she strains to hear, a flicker of fear in her wide eyes. The scraping sound abruptly ceases, leaving an unsettling, profound silence hanging in the air. Victoria's gaze darts around the dim attic, her heart pounding in the sudden, eerie quiet. In the dimly lit farmhouse kitchen, dust motes dance in the faint light, revealing Anna's frantic movements. Her pale face, etched with fear, betrays a silent terror as she stuffs belongings into a worn satchel. Anna's eyes dart nervously, scanning the room as if expecting unseen horrors. She casts a desperate, pleading glance towards Victoria, a silent cry for help. Her voice, a hushed tremor, breaks the silence. "This place, it's haunted. I can't stay." Under the shroud of night, the Hinterkaifeck Farm lies in an unnatural, foreboding stillness. The moon, a cold, indifferent orb, casts long, eerie shadows that stretch and dance with unseen branches. A chilling quiet descends upon the isolated farm, hinting at a tragedy yet to unfold. The date, the 31st of March 1922, appears, a stark and silent harbinger of doom. The air itself feels heavy with an unspoken dread, clinging to the desolate landscape. Moonlight slices through cracks in the old barn, painting long, distorted shadows that dance with unseen menace. Andreas enters, a foreboding silhouette, his grip white-knuckled on a pitchfork, its tines glinting faintly. His eyes frantically scan the oppressive darkness, a silent, desperate question etched into his apprehensive face. The air thickens with an unspoken, chilling presence, pressing in from all sides. Suddenly, a brutal, unseen blow from the darkness sends him sprawling, his world erupting in agony. Cecilia Gruber steps into the barn's gloom, her eyes searching the shadows as she softly calls Andreas. With a chilling realization, her gaze falls upon a dark, ominous shape on the ground. Andreas's lifeless body. From the deepest shadows, a figure emerges, the menacing gleam of a matted head catching the faint light. Cecilia's eyes widen in horror, a silent scream trapped in her throat as the chilling truth dawns. Victoria Gabriel, drawn by the unsettling commotion, steps into the shadowed barn, her heart pounding with dread. Her gasp of terror is brutally silenced as the unseen killer strikes with chilling speed and precision. The sequence unfolds in a blur of swift, merciless violence, each movement a testament to brutal efficiency. No mercy is shown as the killer isolates and dispatches Victoria, leaving no trace of resistance. The silence that follows is heavy, a chilling testament to the killer's cold, calculated brutality. Young Cecilia Gabriel, no older than 5, wanders into the barn, her innocent face framed by wisps of blonde hair. The barn is dimly lit, dust motes dancing in the shafts of light filtering through cracks in the wooden walls. Her eyes dart from one shadow to another, a flicker of fear beginning to form as confusion twists her face. The killer emerges from behind a stack of hay bales, a dark silhouette against the meager light. There is no hesitation in the killer's movements, only a terrifying resolve. Cecilia's small form is frozen, her innocent gaze fixed on the looming shadow. In a dimly lit farmhouse kitchen, Maria Baumgartner prepares supper, the only sound the gentle clatter of dishes. Unaware of the impending doom, Maria hums softly, her back to the door, a picture of domestic tranquility. Faint, muffled sounds from the barn, indistinct and ominous, hint at a horror unfolding just yards away. Maria remains oblivious, lost in her task, the air thick with the scent of a late-night meal. Suddenly, a chilling shadow stretches across the kitchen floor, swallowing the warm light. The killer stands silently in the doorway, a menacing silhouette against the deeper night. Moonlight streams through the small window, painting distorted shadows across the rustic farmhouse bedroom. Joseph Gabriel, a toddler, sleeps soundly in his crib, his tiny chest rising and falling with soft, innocent breaths. The absolute silence of the night is broken only by the distant, rhythmic chirping of crickets. A menacing shadow silently stretches across the floor, creeping up the wall and finally engulfing the crib. The first rays of dawn paint the Hinterkaifeck Farm in a deceptive golden glow, hinting at a new day. The farm stands in an idyllic stillness, a peaceful facade that belies a hidden horror. Birds sing their morning chorus, their joyful melody a stark, haunting contrast to the unseen tragedy. Life on the farm continues, oblivious to the carnage that lies concealed within its walls. The coffee seller, a burly figure with a grand mustache, guides his horse-drawn cart along a dusty farm road, the morning sun glinting off his brass urns. He pulls up to a modest farmhouse, his voice echoing across the quiet fields as he calls out, "Coffee! Fresh coffee!" He waits, listening intently, but only the distant chirping of birds answers his call, leaving an unsettling silence. A frown creases his brow as he calls out again, louder this time, "Coffee for sale! Anyone home?" Still no response. A flicker of confusion in his eyes. He clicks his tongue, and the cart creaks away, leaving the silent farmhouse behind. The morning sun stretches long, silent shadows across the schoolyard, hinting at the day's quiet unfolding. Inside the schoolhouse, Frau Schmidt, stern yet kind, stands before her class, her gaze sweeping over the young faces. Her eyes, however, drift to an empty, small wooden chair at the front, a stark absence in the otherwise orderly room. A faint frown creases her brow, a flicker of deep concern in her eyes as she registers the unexpected void. Cecilia, a name unspoken, weighs heavily in the silence, for she has never missed school before. Sunlight streams through the stained glass windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the quiet, hallowed air of the church. A conspicuous emptiness fills the Gruber family's usual pew, starkly contrasting with the solemn Sunday service. Neighbors, in their Sunday best, exchange worried glances, their faces etched with silent questions about the Gruber's absence. A palpable unease ripples through the small congregation, a chilling premonition hanging heavy in the air. The desolate Hinterkaifeck Farm stands under a somber sky, an ominous stillness hanging heavy in the air. A small group of neighbors, led by Lorenz Schlittenbauer, approaches the isolated farm with cautious, heavy steps. Their faces are etched with grim anticipation, a silent dread mirroring the foreboding atmosphere. The deafening silence surrounding the farm amplifies their unspoken fears, each step a testament to looming horror. They exchange uneasy glances, the weight of their grim purpose pressing down on them as they near the desolate farmhouse. The heavy barn door creaks open, revealing a sliver of dim light within its shadowed depths. Lorenz shoves the door wide, his form silhouetted against the muted daylight. His hand flies to his mouth, a silent scream of horror contorting his face. His eyes, wide and glassy, reflect an unspeakable terror, a chilling void of despair. The camera slowly pans, revealing the first of 4 bodies, sprawled lifelessly in the gloom. Each form lies still, a macabre tableau bathed in the barn's oppressive, dim light. Lorenz and the neighbors, their faces ashen, step into the farmhouse kitchen, a chill seeping into their bones. Their eyes, wide with disbelief and horror, slowly scan the room, taking in every detail of the macabre scene. The once cozy kitchen now feels like a tomb, domesticity twisted into something sinister and unsettling. A gasp escapes as they discover Maria's lifeless body, a silent testament to an unspeakable act. The air thickens with unspoken dread, the weight of their discovery pressing down on every soul present. Sunlight streams through a small window into a child's bedroom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the heavy air. The crib holds a tiny, still-form Yosef, a heartbreaking discovery that amplifies the horror of the scene. The room is simple, a child's space, but the atmosphere is heavy with unspeakable grief. Neighbors stand silently, their faces etched with profound shock and sorrow, their lives forever altered. The innocence of his resting place creates a stark, unbearable contrast to the horror that has unfolded. Detective Mueller stands before a whiteboard, a chaotic tapestry of crime scene sketches and handwritten notes. His brow furrowed, he gestures with a marker, emphasizing a disturbing section of the board. His gaze is intense, fixed on the most chilling detail, the killer's lingering presence. A grim realization dawns as he utters, "They stayed." The words hang heavy in the air, a testament to the killer's audacious and terrifying presence. In a rustic farmhouse kitchen, a fire crackles, casting dancing shadows across the worn wooden table. A shadowy figure, the killer, sits calmly at the table, an unsettling stillness in the air. The rhythmic sounds of chewing echo through the otherwise silent room, an eerie symphony of composure. Each deliberate bite amplifies the chilling atmosphere, a stark contrast to the recent horrors. The killer's unsettling composure is a terrifying display of cold indifference in the flickering firelight. Under the cloak of night, a figure moves through the barn with disturbing ease, a chilling calm in their movements. Grain pours from their hands, a mundane act performed by one who recently wielded a weapon of terror. The barn animals, innocent and oblivious, nuzzle the hands that committed unspeakable acts, seeking comfort. Their soft nudges against the killer's hands create a deeply unsettling tableau, a stark contrast to the horror. The killer's face remains unreadable, a mask of indifference to the recent bloodshed, as they feed the unsuspecting creatures. Through the desolate farmhouse, a menacing shadow glides, a phantom among the freshly slain. A chair, slightly askew, hints at a struggle, a silent scream frozen in time. On the sofa, a blanket lies neatly folded, a chilling detail suggesting an unnerving, lingering presence. The air hangs heavy with an oppressive silence, a chilling testament to the recent, brutal violence. Inside the police station, Detective Mueller leans over a vast map of Bavaria, its surface teeming with unseen histories. His finger hovers, then descends upon a specific point, a silent emphasis on a place shrouded in darkness. His grave expression foreshadows the chilling tale he is about to unfold. Mueller's voice drops to a low whisper, weaving the dark history of Hinterkaifeck into the air. He recounts the killer's haunting presence, transforming tragedy into a terrifying legend. The weight of German crime history settles heavily in the room as Mueller speaks of the enduring horror. The Hinterkaifeck Farm is swarming with early investigators, their uniforms a stark contrast to the rural calm. Uniformed officers move with an unsettling clumsiness, betraying their inexperience in forensic techniques. Their heavy boots disturb the ground, leaving fresh imprints over the existing tragedy. They walk carelessly, their steps falling directly into ominous bloodstains, contaminating the scene further. Objects are touched haphazardly, evidence smudged and compromised by their untrained hands. A crucial investigation is undermined, every careless movement obliterating vital clues in the grim silence. In a chaotic farmhouse kitchen, neighbors, their faces etched with shock and grief, move about in a flurry of destructive activity. A woman, her movements clumsy with sorrow, wipes down a counter, inadvertently smearing potential fingerprints. Mueller watches the scene unfold, his face a mask of mounting frustration and disbelief. He shakes his head slowly, a silent acknowledgement of the investigation's unraveling. Under the stark hum of fluorescent lights, The autopsy room glows with a cold, sterile intensity. A grim ballet unfolds on stainless steel tables as autopsies are performed with practiced, efficient speed. The wounds tell a clear, brutal story, pointing to a mattock as the likely murder weapon. Yet, the actual tool remains elusive, a ghost haunting the narrative. Its presence, a chilling void. Years later, sunlight slices through gaps in the farmhouse roof, illuminating dust motes dancing in the demolition-filled air. A worker, caked in plaster and grime, pries open attic rafters, his crowbar scraping against a hidden metallic object. He pulls it free. A heavily rusted mattock, undeniably intact, emerges from its forgotten hiding place. The weathered surface of the mattock holds the silent, untold story of the horror it once witnessed. In the Stark police station, Mueller stands before a whiteboard, marker poised, a grim architect of suspicion. He gestures to a crudely sketched family tree, lines of connection hinting at dark, hidden relationships. Mueller outlines Theory A, his voice resonating with conviction as he details the killer's intimate knowledge of the farm. His gaze sweeps across the names, a chilling implication that the culprit is someone known, someone trusted. Under the cloak of night, a shadowy figure emerges from the dense tree line, their presence a silent menace. From the dark embrace of the woods, the figure watches the isolated Hinterkaifeck Farm, a chilling stillness in their gaze. Their movements are precise, deliberate, as if meticulously observing a predator's prey. A chilling tableau unfolds as the figure studies the farm, every flicker of light revealing the killer's cold, calculating intent. The night air crackles with unseen tension as the shadowy observer silently plots, a dark prelude to horror. A lone sliver of moonlight pierces the oppressive darkness of the barn, revealing only dust motes dancing in the cold air. The unseen killer lurks, a shadowy, menacing presence just beyond the edge of the frame, waiting in silence. A victim steps into the barn, their face full of unsuspecting curiosity, drawn by an unheard, insidious lure. They move further into the inky blackness, their expression shifting from mild interest to a dawning, chilling realization. Another victim enters, their gaze uncertain, hesitantly stepping from the faint light into the overwhelming dark. Their eyes widen, a silent scream of terror beginning to form as the true nature of the darkness envelops them. In a chilling reconstruction, a killer moves through the darkened farmhouse, their steps unnervingly light and assured. They navigate the familiar rooms with an intimate grace, every movement a silent testament to their deep comfort within these walls. Moonlight slices through windows, casting long, knowing shadows as the killer glides past, a phantom of the night. This is not a stranger. It is someone who knows every creak of the floorboards, every hidden secret of this place. Inside the Stark police station, Mueller paces, his eyes narrowed, a storm brewing behind his intense gaze. His mind shifts, a new theory taking hold. Theory B, hinting at a personal grudge or family-linked motive. He gestures towards a whiteboard, a stark tableau of names stretching back decades, a chilling roster of potential suspects. Mueller's voice, heavy with the weight of the past, echoes. Many were considered, none proven. The names on the board seem to hum with untold stories, each a cold lead in a decades-long mystery. In the Stark interrogation room, a single harsh light glares down, making the suspect's sweat glisten as he shifts nervously. His eyes dart around the sterile space, a desperate plea in his voice. "I swear, I don't know anything about it. I wasn't even there." Detective Schultz watches him with an unreadable expression, his voice a cool challenge. "Are you sure about that?" The suspect's voice trembles as he insists. "Yes, my voice is trembling because I'm scared, not because I'm lying." In the vast, silent archives, dust motes dance in shafts of light, illuminating countless yellowed files. I, a young and determined detective, meticulously flip through old files on the Hinterkaifeck case. My fingers trace a redacted report from 2007, my eyes scanning for any hidden clue. My brow furrows at internal agreement on a main suspect. the name conspicuously blacked out. In a hushed archive room, dust motes dance in the light, illuminating a stark, redacted report. The camera pushes in, revealing the ominous blacked-out name. The thick, dark line of redaction speaks volumes, emphasizing enduring secrecy. Decades later, the unresolved nature of the case lingers, a testament to hidden truths. The report's age is palpable, its secrets still tightly held within its pages. In the hushed police station, Detective Muller, laser pointer in hand, commands attention before a whiteboard of grim evidence. He gestures to crime scene photos, each thumbtacked image a silent testament to a dark mystery. His voice, sharp and certain, cuts the anticipation. I'm calling this theory C, a drifter, an outsider. Muller points to enlarged footprints in the snow, a discarded newspaper, then a diagram of the farmhouse attic. He states, the footprints in the snow, the newspaper, the noises in the attic, it all points to a hidden presence. From the inky depths of the forest, a shadowy figure emerges, a drifter silhouetted against the encroaching night. The gaunt outline of the figure hints at a life forged in the unforgiving wilderness, almost feral in its raw intensity. They move with a primal grace, a creature of the fringes, their presence a whisper in the silent woods. Eyes, sharp as a predator's, fix on the distant farm, a beacon of warmth in the cold, dark world. A silent observer, the drifter watches, a harbinger of untold stories lurking at the edge of civilization. In the farmhouse attic, a drifter is perfectly still, a shadow among the dust-laden relics of forgotten lives. The oppressive darkness of the attic conceals him, a silent observer in the heart of the home. Sounds from below drift up through the floorboards, each hushed conversation a thread in the family's tapestry. The clatter of dishes, the faint creak of footsteps, every sound is a clue, meticulously catalogued. Each noise builds a map in his mind, tracing their movements, their routines, their very existence. He is a ghost within their home, silently charting the rhythms of their lives from the dusty shadows above. A tattered, creased Munich newspaper is clutched tightly in the drifter's worn hand. Its faded headlines speak of distant lands and untold stories, a silent chronicle of his journey. The paper's edges are frayed, a testament to countless readings and a life lived on the road. This humble document holds a secret, a detail once overlooked, now brought into sharp focus. It is a silent witness to his past, a key to understanding the drifter's enigmatic path. In the stark police station, Muller sits hunched over his desk, surrounded by towers of case files. He pinches the bridge of his nose, deep lines of exhaustion etched around his eyes, a testament to endless nights. The weight of the unsolved case presses down on him, a heavy, invisible burden. He acknowledges the compelling nature of the drifter theory, yet its lack of concrete proof gnaws at his resolve. A profound sigh escapes him, echoing the frustration and weariness of a relentless pursuit. The stack of files seems to mock him, each page a reminder of elusive answers and lingering doubts. Under the stark hum of fluorescent lights, Detective Muller leans forward, his face etched with a grave seriousness. His hands are clasped tightly on the table, a silent testament to the unsettling nature of the case he is about to unfold. He begins, his voice low and deliberate. Most unsolved murders are disturbing because the killer escapes justice. Muller's eyes bore into the distance, a shiver running through the air as he speaks the name, but Hinterkaifeck. He pauses, the weight of his words hanging heavy. Hinterkaifeck is different, a chill seeping into the room. In the desolate expanse of Hinterkaifeck Farm, a chilling darkness envelops the scene after unimaginable horrors unfold. A phantom-like figure glides through the silent house, a killer moving unseen in the aftermath of terror. The killer's hand, a harbinger of dread, reaches out in the oppressive gloom. Fingers brush against a personal item, a chilling violation of the victim's memory, a final, intimate desecration. The darkness itself seems to recoil from the killer's touch, leaving an indelible stain of terror on the night. In the farmhouse kitchen, a fire crackles, casting a faint, unsettling glow on the silent room. The killer sits by the hearth, unnervingly relaxed, a stark contrast to the horror that hangs heavy in the air. Flickering flames dance, painting eerie shadows that writhe and twist on the kitchen walls. An almost peaceful tableau. Yet the unseen terror of recent events lingers, a chilling presence in the quiet. A rapid-fire succession of German newspaper headlines from the 1920s flashes, stark and bold. Each clipping details the gruesome Hinterkaifeck murders, the text a chilling testament to a dark past. The montage emphasizes the public's morbid fascination, a society captivated by horror. Headlines scream, articles detail, each word a stark reminder of historical brutality. The flickering images build a sense of dread, showcasing a bygone era's macabre obsession. Under the relentless hum of fluorescent lights, Detective Miller leans forward, his gaze weary yet piercing. His voice, a low, gravelly rumble, fills the cramped, cluttered police station. He punctuates his words with a pen, emphasizing the dark transformation of a case. The focus on the killer's post-crime behavior, that's what elevates this. His eyes gleam with a chilling realization as he continues. It transforms it from a mere cold case into something almost primal and intimate. Inside a police station, Muller, a seasoned detective, stands grimly before a whiteboard, its surface covered with notes and faded photographs. He gestures intensely at the board, his expression etched with the weight of unsolved mysteries. Muller's voice cuts through the silence. The primary reasons this case remains unsolved, I believe, boil down to a single critical factor: the era itself. We're talking 1922, before modern forensics could be fully brought to bear. An ancient fingerprint kit, a relic from the 1920s, rests on a weathered wooden table, hinting at forgotten investigations. The dull metal brush and a small tarnished tin of black powder reveal the rudimentary tools of a bygone forensic era. Smudged lifting tape, a silent testament to countless prints, completes the tableau of a simpler time. The stark, silent contrast with today's advanced forensic science is a chilling echo of progress and forgotten mysteries. The Hinterkaifeck farmyard is a chaotic tableau, overrun by uniformed officers whose heavy boots churn the mud and grass. Their movements lack precision, a disquieting testament to a scene already marred by disorder and a palpable absence of protocol. Evidence markers are scarce, as an officer carelessly kicks aside a fallen branch, oblivious to its potential significance. The entire area feels disturbed, a crime scene already tainted, its secrets trampled underfoot. In a dusty farmhouse, a weary detective kneels, his gaze falling upon an overturned chair, a silent witness to a past struggle. His eyes narrow, spotting a small, tarnished locket glinting on the grimy floor. With a gloved hand, he carefully retrieves the locket, its cold metal a stark contrast to the dust it rested upon. He turns the locket over, intricate details etched into its surface, a story waiting to be told. A moment of contemplation passes, the detective's expression unreadable as he holds the silent relic. Then, with a sigh, he simply places it back down, a crucial piece of evidence left unbagged, undocumented, and overlooked. Muller stands before a stark whiteboard, marker in hand, the silence of the police station heavy around him. He gestures to a vast, empty section of the board, a glaring void amidst a tapestry of notes and diagrams. His hand sweeps across the blank space, emphasizing the stark absence of information. A somber reflection of the case's challenges. The emptiness speaks volumes, he declares, his voice a gravelly echo of frustration. The physical evidence was limited. Mueller, a man burdened by history, pulls out dusty case files, their pages brittle and yellowed with age. He flips through the sparse reports and inconclusive findings, each page a testament to a cold trail. His voice, heavy with the weight of the past, states, by the time later reviews revisited the case, the chance of a definitive solution was already very low, a somber truth echoing in the archives. The camera soars above the Hinterkaifeck Farm, revealing a haunting, desolate ruin. Overgrown weeds and thorny vines consume the forgotten farm, reclaiming its crumbling walls. The passage of time is etched into every weathered stone and splintered beam. Swaying branches, like skeletal arms, reach towards a sky that offers no solace. The farm stands as a stark monument to a forgotten tragedy, its secrets buried deep. A sense of bleak finality hangs heavy in the air, diminishing any hope of resolution. Miller stands in the harsh, sterile light of the police station, a stack of cold case files looming before him. His gaze, steady and somber, meets the camera, revealing the heavy weight of the past. He speaks, his voice resonating with the gravity of history. That combination is why the Hinterkaifeck Murders, Müller concludes, remain one of Germany's most famous unsolved crimes. The camera slowly reveals the desolate ruins of Hinterkaifeck Farm, a chilling testament to a forgotten tragedy. Sunlight filters through the skeletal remains of walls, casting long, eerie shadows across the overgrown ground. A silent breeze whispers through the crumbling foundations, a ghostly sigh from the past. The air is heavy with an unspoken history, a palpable weight pressing down on the silent landscape. Each broken stone and splintered beam holds a silent story, a chilling echo of what once was. The wind carries a mournful lament, a haunting melody through the desolate, abandoned farm. A close-up reveals the raw, splintered edge of weathered wood, scarred by time and tragedy. Each crack and groove in the ancient barnwood tells a silent story of endurance and loss. The texture of the wood is rough and unforgiving, a tangible remnant of a painful past. Sunlight catches the raised grain, highlighting the deep, dark lines etched into its surface. This fragment, a survivor, stands as a stark symbol of the tragedy that once unfolded here. The wood, aged and worn, silently bears witness to the enduring echoes of a devastating event. In a dimly lit police station, Müller hunches over a desk, his face bathed in the cold glow of a computer screen. His eyes, sharp and unwavering, pierce the darkness, reflecting a grim determination as he stares at the monitor. A somber voice cuts through the silence, revealing a chilling truth. We know 6 people were murdered. The words hang heavy in the air, a stark reminder of the dark task Müller faces. 6 weathered gravestones stand in a desolate cemetery, their surfaces scarred by the relentless march of time. Each stone, a silent sentinel, bears the faded marks of forgotten names, etched by sorrow and memory. The air hangs heavy with the weight of untold stories, whispered by the rustling leaves and the silent stones. Barely legible, the names on the stones are ghosts of the past, fading into the mists of time. A stark reminder of life's fleeting dance. The gravestones stand, enduring symbols of loss and remembrance. Sunlight filters through ancient trees, dappling weathered gravestones in a quiet cemetery, hinting at forgotten stories. The camera slowly pans, revealing rows of silent markers, each a testament to a life once lived. An unsettling void emerges, an empty patch of grass, starkly contrasting with the surrounding graves. The empty space whispers of absence, a chilling reminder of what is missing. The silence of the cemetery is broken by a grim truth. We know the killer was never caught. The camera drifts through the skeletal remains of a farmhouse, a haunting testament to forgotten lives. We see the ghost of a kitchen, its phantom walls echoing with silent memories of meals once shared. A phantom living room appears, its faded outlines hinting at laughter and stories long since vanished. The air is thick with a profound silence, a heavy blanket over the faded outlines of bedrooms, holding untold histories. In the dim police station, Detective Müller sits hunched, surrounded by a chaotic sea of scattered files. A cold, forgotten mug of coffee stands as a silent witness to his weary vigil. Müller's gaze is distant, lost in the labyrinth of his own thoughts, searching for answers. His voice, a haunting echo, begins. We know the crime scene suggested knowledge, patience, he continues, a chilling calm settling over his words. And chilling calm, Müller concludes, the weight of the unknown pressing down upon him. A farmhouse window, thick with frost, stands as a silent sentinel against the day's chill. The icy surface of the window pane shimmers, a canvas of frozen artistry. Etched into the frost are faint, ghost-like imprints of fingerprints, a chilling testament. Each delicate ridge and swirl of the print is preserved, a silent echo of a touch. These frozen marks hint at a killer's presence, now lost to the unforgiving cold. The fingerprints, spectral and stark, reveal a haunting secret on the frosted glass. In the dim police station, a single desk lamp casts a harsh glow on a towering stack of files, illuminating the weary face of Detective Mueller. His eyes, heavy with fatigue, are fixed on a chilling crime scene photo, a silent farm bathed in the spectral light of the moon. The stark image of the moonlit farm reflects in his blank stare, a puzzle unsolved, a mystery deepening with each passing moment. The air crackles with unspoken questions, the weight of the investigation pressing down on him, a heavy shroud in the silent room. A voice echoes in the quiet, a chilling whisper. But we still do not know who walked through that farm after dark. The detective remains motionless, lost in thought. The crime scene photo, a haunting tableau of an unknown intruder. The Hinterkaifeck Farm looms under the shroud of night, a silent witness to unseen horrors. A lone figure emerges from the farm's shadowy depths, a dark silhouette against the moonless sky. Each step taken by the figure is deliberate, echoing the eerie stillness of the desolate landscape. The figure's identity remains a haunting mystery, their form obscured by the enveloping darkness. They move with an unsettling grace, their presence a chilling enigma in the desolate night. The figure vanishes into the inky blackness, leaving only whispers of dread in their wake. In the stark, dimly lit interrogation room, the air hangs heavy with unspoken dread. Detective Mueller, his face etched with weariness, sits hunched over a file, his gaze fixed on its contents. The harsh overhead light casts long, distorted shadows, mirroring the darkness in his thoughts. Each page of the file seems to whisper secrets, deepening the lines of fatigue around his tired eyes. A haunting voiceover echoes in the silence, or why the entire household had to die. Mueller's grip tightens on the file, the weight of the unanswered questions pressing down on him. The first faint streaks of dawn paint the sky, casting an eerie glow over the desolate Hinterkaifeck Farm. A thick, silent mist begins its slow, creeping ascent, shrouding the grim landscape in mystery. As the mist reluctantly yields, the stark, skeletal ruins of the farm emerge, a monument to a forgotten horror. The farm stands as a silent sentinel, its decaying timbers whispering tales of an unsolved, chilling past. The desolate ruins of Hinterkaifeck Farm stretch across the landscape, a stark monument to a forgotten tragedy. Weathered stones and overgrown foliage merge, whispering tales of a dark past. The air hangs heavy, thick with unspoken history and the echoes of a silent crime. A voice begins, and that may be why Hinterkaifeck still lingers in the imagination. Because it was not just a massacre on a farm, it was a crime so intimate, so silent, and so strange that the house itself seems to have kept the final answer.